2,000 years later.
Go to movie list real quick. I'm actually curious about that.
What if I told y'all I was right 3 months ago? I'm going to be 100% honest. I am disappointed in this version of JoJo's All-Star Battle R. My huge problem with the game is not just generally the gameplay. Yeah, I got a few gripes I'll talk about in today's video, but it's the problem that they decided to port a game with subpar or lackluster features, and more importantly, you know what I'm going to talk about? The online netcode. This game, for a port remaster, might honestly be one of the worst fighting game ports or remasters to ever release, and this game does not meet anything and almost everything of 2022 standards when it comes to video games, port, remasters, or even remakes. Damn! However, if this is your first time ever playing JoJo's All-Star Battle, or you're buying this from the idea of just being a JoJo fan, you might not care what I gotta say in this video, or you may just straight out be like, why does it matter? The last video felt so harmful and disrespectful. Even I said, hey, hear me out, chill out. Y'all was going, it's JoJo's. I'ma buy it still though. And to be honest, I can't even blame y'all for that. And that's another problem we're gonna talk about in this video today. I usually try not to be negative on videos on my channel. Like, yeah, I talk about some things I dislike with games, but I still look at the positives of it. So if you're not fans of the words bad netcode, input delay, no lobbies, click off the video. Get the hell out. All right, let me show you. So before I go into the deep negatives of the game, I actually want to talk about some things I was very positive about. I think actually playing this game online in 2022 on console is mad fun on the surface level. I played the 2013 release with friends offline and went pretty much positive online in win rate in this demo. I think CC2 has a fighting game with a good and fun combo system this time around. It's not all just the auto combo. No, I do not hate auto combos. I just made a video on why auto combos are good for newcomers, by the way. I just think some execution is pretty good in there and feels very rewarding, alright? Now I'm done with the positive. I gotta rub it in y'all face again. I told you so. I told you so. I told you so. But before we even go deeper into why the game is turning out this way, let's talk about the general problem. Anime and IP consumerism. The problem with anime games. So the problem with anime games is even if everyone says this game sucks, this game will still sell because of how big the IP is. Let's give a theoretical hyper example. If Naruto Storm 5 came out and it has nothing people want in the game and people are expressing distaste for the product, the company can and can't go, who cares what they think? They'll buy it because it's Naruto. And then sell 5 million copies because of what it is and not what the product is. So the cycle continues of mediocre or whack anime games. And the point of buying these games is because you get to play with your favorite characters from your favorite anime. I'm gonna buy a Jujutsu Kaisen fighting game if it's made from like Spike Chunsoft or the team that made Jump Force just because it got Itadori in it. I understand how you feel. I was like you guys at one point. If you don't care about all the other features in the game or whatnot, you're going to be satisfied with the product because you got what you paid for. The title of the product. The thing that you bought it for in the first place. Now, before I go any further, I see a lot of complaints about the game that I just don't agree with. Like people talking about rotate counts and stuff like that. Listen, this is not JoJo's All-Star Battle from 2013. This is a complete different game. Get that in your head now. Alright, so here's a funny thing though. I played this all last month with my homie Zeta Slow at Combo Breaker last month. And legit, I forgot how fun it was and dope this game is. I'm not a pro or anything like that, but I will say that I kind of miss rotate canceling. But if they put it in this version of the game, it might even be more broken. Having assist and having rotate canceling is kind of insane. You will probably just be doing TODs on teammates or characters in this game now if they added it in this version. I play on arcade stick, so I understand that everyone may not like the inputs, but the satisfaction of combos were dope when done properly. This is one of the smallest little gripes I have with JoJo's remaster. To be honest with you, the game is still pretty dope and fun in its own right in that way, but at the end of the day, the game still got cool, you know, assists and stuff like that. You can still do some cool combos in this game. But what if I told you I hate how assists work in JoJo's All-Star Battle R. So this is a personal preference, and I think it's tainted by only having 4 playable characters and assisted in the beta versus me actually having and owning both emulated and physical products of the old game with almost like 40 plus characters. I think this might change for me if I play the full version, but I'm being nice here. So number 1, what I don't like about assists. I do not like the idea of assists being able to break away from supers, even level 1s. I'm using my resource of meter that I earn just to lose it instantly when I use it. It kind of invalidates the purpose or the point of some supers that are not being cinematic being used unless the other player doesn't have an assist. On a surface level, this can also annoy newcomers because you finally learn how to combo into just a level 1 and they just break it and it may just annoy you altogether. And let's not even get started on actually getting a hit in this netcode. Then somebody go come out and say, but Yaya, you play BB tag. I hate it here, bro. So BB tag, you have options to anti-air and block the assist combo break in tag in. Since the netcode is really bad, which BB tag has rollback netcode by the way, and even their delay based netcode wasn't the worst. It's actually one of the better netcodes from delay based. Not excusing it, but it was one of the better ones. Since the netcode is really bad and input delay feels like dog water, don't worry, I will rant no script later about no rollback netcode. Don't think I ain't got there yet. It is very inconsistent to do a lot of things in this game, and it's very frustrating when people are breaking stuff and the netcode is bad. It just doesn't feel like a good experience altogether. Now the next little minuscule thing for me is the hit stop in the combos. Legitimately, if you look at the difference between the old version and the new one, things work kind of differently in both versions of the game, and it feels kind of weird, as some of my friends will call it crunchy. Now the two biggest things about this game that sucks about it, right? There are anime fans that legitimately will go, well, I feel like if I don't buy this game, we will never get another JoJo video game. To be honest with you, that is not true. What's more important is the anime. When the anime is thriving, it helps put out more merchandise. You probably heard another YouTuber say this about another franchise. If it can't sell toys or merchandise, it's kind of a hard sell unless it's a one-off thing. If you want to be honest with JoJo's, we're not even done with part 6 of the anime, so that could be a good thing for JoJo's 2 to get more games in the future. Then there's also part 7 and part 8 that didn't get animated. Just because you don't get something now with this game, you don't have to feel like you gotta support a project now to get something in the future with how big JoJo's is. There have been many games that have actually flopped and continuing on because they can sell merchandise and other things with it in the future. Don't feel like you're locked that way. That's not 100% true. But the last 2 things that make me hate JoJo All-Star Battle R. The thing that sucks the most about this game is the netcode. People have been complaining about netcode on Twitter about JoJo All-Star Battle R. And there's been a video of people showing off their netcode matches and lag and hiccup spikes. Now, honestly, some of those connections are really like god awful. Like rollback not gonna save you. You just got bad internet, bro. I'm sorry to tell you this, but I'm gonna go ahead and tell you need to log out of Twitter right quick. But then I decided, hey, let me go try out the beta myself, see if it's that bad. First match I got into, I get hit with a couple transmitting things. The big frustration about playing in this netcode now, especially coming from games like Guilty Gear Plus R, Guilty Gear Strive, Laser Central Fiction, The King of Fighters 15, nigga, I can't do it. I 100% would tell you do not buy this game at this point. And the fact that CC2 even came out and acknowledged in the FAQ that they have no intention in adding rollback into the game at this time is highly disappointing. It is 2022. Every fighting game is adding rollback in it. And if you don't get rollback, what happened to your game?
What happened that night?
This is also the most important thing about a fighting game. If you're one of those people that are like, yo, well, I don't really care about playing online, I just want to play with the people and friends, you probably are lucky enough to have people that will come over your house and play video games with. But we live in an internet era, and they know this, so having good online is very important for your game. And heck, the connection for JoJo All-Star Battle R is pretty good with somebody in a relative distance between y'all. Also, this is the dumbest thing about this game. So, this is how you can tell if a fighting game is not going to launch with lobbies. And again, this is early on, but if they don't tell you before they put up the actual page for the launch of the game. This is how you can tell if the game will have lobbies or not. When you go on PlayStation Network, go to the information about the game. It'll tell you 1 to 2 players between matches, and then up to how many other players you could have in the lobby. I went back and looked at some games. One Piece Burning Blood has lobbies up to 4 players. Naruto Storm 4 has it up to 8 players. And such and so more with Xenoverse, etc. This game only has 1 and 2 players. So 9 times out of 10, this game will not have lobbies in the game. For a person like me, a content creator that will love to stream with homies and do ranked videos, things of that nature, you will not be getting that out of this game unless you parsec it. And then that means everybody can't play, because now we alienating it to the PC platform. The best version of this game will most likely be the PC version of the game, because you have more options, more things, and potential mods to do for the game to make it better. Right now, I just don't think this is a good purchase. As much as I guarantee that this game is going to do well, regardless of what I say or many other people raging about it, cool. People are going to buy it because it's Jojo. They have no other Jojo video game. And I will say, even at its extent of where it's at now, it's still a very fun product. What makes me so mad about Jojo's and CC2 is that this could be one of the biggest fighting games of all time. I'm not kidding you. It had rollback. This could probably be up there with Dragon Ball Fighters. And CC2 just doesn't care. And it's like it be blowing me because they be making mechanics for competitive intent, but then the game don't work. So what you gonna do with the game if it don't work? It's just like, oh my god, CC2, y'all are right there at being peak fiction in the fighting game scene. And like, y'all are part of the problem why people hate fighting games, dog. Cause y'all never make games like everything else. Like, why are y'all still back in 2005 when we about to be in 2025? I just feel so sad for JoJo fans. Y'all have one of the best IPs in the world, and right now, the way they hold y'all anime or Part 6 doing this, they just doing a lot wrong with JoJo's, and I just feel bad for y'all. That being said, if you want to see more fighting games and JRPG stuff on this channel, this is your place to be. It's your boy Avataryaya. You guys are golden, and that is raw. Squalla, follow me on Twitter at avataryayaTV, and I'm out. Squalla, peace.
I've been the devil, I need me an arc in the heart of my breathing, I feel like Tanjiro. Walking this bitch with a Zapato, I'll let you rock it, I keep me a domino. Bitch, on my dick, man, I feel like Kazaki, stretching that pussy out like it's Pilates. I'm snatching the soul like right out of a body. Fire, I spitting, I feel like Dobby. White bitch, blonde hair, looking like Lucy. She from Kyoshi, I paint her face Suki.